Welcome to the Technical Writing Success Podcast. This is episode 141. I'm Daphne.
And I'm Fred. It's great to be back.
Good to have you. So today we're tackling a really hot topic.
Yeah, we're talking about efficiency and productivity, especially how it all fits into the technical content world right now.
And we're grounding this conversation in some really insightful work from our own producer, senior technical writer, Curt Robbins, specifically his article, The Role of AI and Discipline in Achieving Efficiency and Productivity.
That's the one. And just for context, it was published on LinkedIn, October 10th, 2025. Our aim here, really, for you listening, is to cut through some of maybe the complaints you hear about the job market, and instead pull out the concrete strategies the author lays out, what you actually need to do.
Because it's not just about surviving anymore, is it? It's about thriving in what he describes as a, hyper-competitive landscape.
Exactly. For technical writers, IT pros, everyone in this space.
Okay, let's start with that context then, because it really sets the stage. We all see it online, right? Technical writers, content creators saying they've sent out tons of applications.
Months of trying.
Yeah, months, and hearing nothing back. Crickets.
It's definitely a common frustration, and the easy answers are, AI is messing up recruiting, or it's just the economy.
Right, blame the algorithm or the market.
But the author, Robbins, he pushes back on that. He says, look, finding a new job or client now, it's a monumentally hyper-competitive goal.
He even calls it shark-filled waters.
Strong words, but interestingly, he doesn't frame it entirely negatively. He links it to meritocracy.
Meaning, if you're genuinely top tier, this environment should work for you.
Sort of, yeah. But the warning is clear. Just showing up with, a C-plus effort, that's just not going to cut it anymore. It's a recipe for failure, he says.
And this high bar, it's not random. You mentioned this hyper-competition. It's fueled by global competition, right? And things like H-1B visas bringing in skilled workers.
Wow. Absolutely. Think about it. Even a mid-level remote technical writing job isn't just competing locally. You're up against talent globally, often at different rate expectations.
So being above average isn't a goal. It's the starting line now.
Pretty much. If you want truly satisfying, rewarding results, you need to demonstrate undeniable efficiency, quantifiable output.
The market wants speed, scale, lower costs, but still perfect consistency.
Which leads us perfectly into the first big tool the article hammers home, AI, artificial intelligence.
Right, and the message is stop seeing it just as a threat. Start seeing it as maybe the most powerful tool in your toolbox.
Especially for IT professionals, tech writers. He argues that getting good at AI is the fast track to showing those efficiency gains we just talked about.
It's not just about, say, using ChatGPT for a first draft, is it?
No, not at all. It's deeper integration. Think about using AI to analyze thousands of pages of old legacy docs before a migration. Or ensuring terminology is consistent across a massive, complex style guide. Or even just generating alt text for diagrams quickly for accessibility.
Things that used to take ages.
Exactly. The core idea is helping you do more with less. It's about multiplying your output, maybe 5x, 10x, without sacrificing the quality.
Because if your competitor can produce 10 pages while you're still on page 2, well, the choice for an employer becomes pretty obvious.
And this is where the author gets really blunt. It's almost an ultimatum.
Yeah.
He basically says, if you don't get good at AI, you will lose your job. Learn the tools, or, his words, get in the unemployment line.
Wow. That's pretty stark language. Is it maybe too dramatic?
Well, you might think so, but he immediately backs it up with a real-world example, and it's a big one.
Which is?
Accenture. They recently let go of over 11,000 employees.
Okay.
And the stated reason. They were labeled as unable to reskill on artificial intelligence.
So it wasn't AI replacing them directly?
No. It was that the remaining workforce, the ones who had skilled up on AI, could absorb the work more efficiently, making those who hadn't reskilled redundant.
That reframes it entirely.
Exactly. So the argument becomes, it's not the AI software itself that's going to take your job.
Yeah.
It's a technical writer with AI skills that exceed yours. That's who poses the real threat in this competitive market. You're competing against peers using better tools.
Right. So you have to treat AI skill as a foundational requirement now.
That's the argument. It's table stakes.
Let's take a brief break for a special message from our producer, Curt Robbins.
Hi, this is Curt Robbins. First, thanks for listening. I truly appreciate your support. I want to let you know that I'm currently accepting new clients. My rates are affordable, and I have more than 25 years of experience working for enterprise companies like Microsoft, Northrop Grumman, Oracle, PNC Bank, FedEx, USAA, and Wells Fargo, among many others. If you want to improve your IT documentation and communications, hire me. I deliver fast, know how to use AI to improve efficiency and accuracy, and love going the extra mile to satisfy my clients. Thank you for subscribing and listening. Back to you, Daphne and Fred.
Welcome back to the Technical Writing Success Podcast.
Okay, so before the break, we talked about AI mastery being sort of the technical baseline for efficiency now.
Right, the essential tool.
But the author, Robbins, he's very clear that just being, good at software isn't the whole picture, not by a long shot.
Okay, so what else is needed? If AI is the engine, what drives it?
This is where he brings in the second pillar. He calls it the secret sauce that separates the winners from the losers.
And that is?
Discipline and rigor.
Discipline and rigor, okay.
He uses the powerful analogy, the Navy SEALs. SEALs standing for sea, air, and land mastery across all areas.
Mm-hmm.
And he connects it personally, mentioning his father's service in the Air Force and how that instilled this embrace of highly disciplined approaches.
But how does that military-level discipline translate to, say, writing API documentation? It feels like a bit of a leap.
It translates into process,
Right.
rigorous process. Discipline here means, for example, strictly sticking to your structured offering principles, not just sometimes, every time.
Okay.
It means enforcing the style guide religiously, even when it feels like a pain, because that consistency is the quality marker.
Ah, so it's about the execution. You can have a great plan, but if you don't follow through consistently.
Exactly. Discipline enables the strategy. Without it, he argues, failure is the result. You miss deadlines, reviews are sloppy, metadata is wrong. It all falls apart.
And the disciplined, rigorous execution of that plan day in, day out.
That's the combo.
Yeah.
And the warning attached is pretty stark, too. If this disciplined approach isn't how you operate, that someone else is going to eat your lunch. Basically, you're not performing at the required level for this market.
And that someone isn't necessarily smarter, just more disciplined.
That's the implication. More rigorous in their execution.
Okay, so we have AI skills, we have discipline and rigor. What's the third piece?
The third piece is about attitude, mindset. Call it charisma or maybe just positivity.
The interpersonal side, sometimes overlooked by technical folks.
Very much so. And the author is quite critical of negativity here.
Yeah.
People constantly saying the sky's falling because of AI or whatever the latest crisis is.
That constant complaining, it can be draining, especially in team settings or when networking.
Totally. He describes that attitude as lacking charisma and, frankly, grossing other people out.
Strong words again.
Yeah. Think about it from a manager's view in a tough market. They want people who are stable, who find solutions, who lift the team up, right?
Constant doom and gloom doesn't really help your career prospects.
Generally not. He says nihilism and pessimism rarely advance the careers of the average middle-class Joe or Jane.
So what's the alternative he proposes?
Positivity, optimism. Specifically, the attitude that a rising tide lifts all ships.
Meaning focus on collective success, be solution-oriented.
Exactly. Seek mutual benefit. Focus on what can be done. That kind of attitude, that charisma, is crucial for building relationships and succeeding long-term in a competitive space. People need to want to work with you.
It makes sense. Skills get you in the door. Discipline keeps you performing, but attitude keeps you in the game and moving up.
That's a good way to put it.
Okay, this has been really clarifying. So for you, the listener, just to recap the core message from Curt Robbins' article, career success today hinges on 1, really embracing AI and integrating it deeply.
2, enforcing serious discipline and rigor in how you execute your work and maintain quality.
And 3, cultivating a positive, charismatic attitude that focuses on solutions and collaboration.
Yeah, the takeaway is pretty clear. The market is tough, yes, demanding. But the author frames it as a meritocracy if you bring the right tools and the right mindset.
Which leads to that final challenging question he poses.
Right. The provocative thought to leave you with is this. Are you really truly willing to go above and beyond for your career, to commit to this level of mastery, this discipline?
Or do you maybe deserve to lose out to a competitor who is willing to do that?
It's a tough question to ask yourself, but maybe a necessary one right now.
Thank you for listening to the Technical Writing Success Podcast, where we help you get smarter than your competition. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, and share. We'll see you next week.